were killed, 41 were injured, but there was one survivor who you can see on your screens right now, who had seat number 11A. And viewers, what happened with the Ahmedabad plane, with just one passenger surviving miraculously, he was sitting on seat 11A. Now, this has ignited a debate, not just in India, but around the world. Is 11A a safe seat? Because there has been not one, but actually two such incidents where we have seen miraculous survivors who were sitting on seat 11A. Let's try and understand from the experts as to, whether there is any truth to it. Are there any safe seats at all when it comes to an aircraft? We have Dr. Sonia Brown, who is aerospace expert, who's joining us from the University of New South Wales, and Captain Dr. A.D. Manek, former pilot and founder of the Skyline Aviation Club, is also live with us this evening. Good evening to both of you. Dr. Sonia Brown, I want to ask you, is there any concept of a safe seat in an aircraft?
Well, obviously there are safer and less safe seats. I wouldn't say there's a particularly safe seat because it depends on a lot of things, particularly how the crash happens and the orientation of the aircraft. In this particular instance, 11A was located right near a bulkhead and in front of the wing box. So these are particularly strong areas of the aircraft. And it had, as you said, it was just behind business class. So there was also space in front of the seat, which helps if there's, compression of the airframe. And as you correctly pointed out, safer seats are near the emergency exits because it allows you to get out quickly. So in this particular instance, it had a lot of things going for it with the particular crash, but that's not always the case. So take Jeju Air 2216 at the end of last year. There were just two survivors to that crash, and they were the flight attendants in the very rear of the aircraft because of the nature and how that aircraft actually impacted.
Okay. Captain A.D. Manek, what are your thoughts?
My thoughts to this rumors going on, it's very clear. If something is going to happen, it's going to happen. And there is nothing connected with number of seat 11A or 12A or 1 or behind or middle. Of course, we have certain statistical data which says, safe seat. But still, there is nothing, fixed. The 11A is a safer seat and other seats are not safer. In fact, the aeroplane itself is safer. It's made to fly, made for the safety, and a lot of precautions are taken pre-departure and even the manufacturing stage also. So everything is safe. So there is no such kind of a thing. Of course, it happened with Thai Airways and recently with this Air India 787 Ahmedabad crash. So it's a coincidence. There is nothing, no connection with 11A. That's what I opine, but that's what my words to go for this.
Dr. Sonia, like Sir also mentioned, Captain A.D. Manek, it can be a coincidence because, there have been two such cases where passengers who were seated on 11A survived such an incident, such an accident.
So just going on with the captain's point here, it's definitely a coincidence. And you point out the Thai Airways case, but over 40 people, obviously in a lot of different seats, survived that Thai Airways incident. And seat 11A, as I say, in the 787 by Air India, it's in that place I described. As I said, right near the bulkhead, near the wing box. Importantly, in this case as well, in front of the main fuel load in the wings. But 11A is actually in different places on lots of different aircraft as well. So the number itself is absolutely a coincidence, and it depends on, a lot of things, orientation of the aircraft, emergency exits, but yeah, particularly in a case, the orientation of the aircraft, how it's crashing, and in this unfortunate case, where the buildings were as well, right? Because it didn't come down in a nice, runway or anything like that, or an open field. It came down into buildings. So, where those buildings hit the aircraft also had an impact here. So yeah, I definitely think the number itself, 11A, complete coincidence. And as I say, particularly if you look at Thai Airways, where over 40 people did survive that flight. So a bit early to be drawing luck out of that. But yeah, there are some bits about the aircraft in this particular instance which made that seat more survivable.
Okay. Captain A.D. Manek, or also, we understand that airline interiors are different when it comes to different aircraft. So one can't really have this concept of a safe seat. In fact, many are also saying that even being near an exit is not always a guarantee of safety.
Yes, there is no guarantee of safety. That's not a statement. But aircraft is safe and it is manufactured in such a way to fly safely. It's a question of safety of passengers and crew members. So there is no correlation with numbers, and which side is good and which side is bad, which is lucky seat and the unlucky seat. I don't think so. It's not that way. So let's take it this way. Aircraft is safe and everything is fine. Manufacturing company are taking care of all, and the operations is taken by the company with rigorous kind of rules and regulations. In DGCA in India also we have a lot of good strict rules regarding those operations on the airline side. So there's nothing to say more about 11A. Is not lucky seat, and it's just coincidence with Thai Airways and this Air India 717 flight at Ahmedabad. That's what the take.
Absolutely, and that is an important message that you both have given, because clearly many after this incident had started assuming that perhaps 11A is something that will ensure their safety, but that's not the case. I mean, aircraft in any case is supposed to be very safe. It was, a disaster that we saw happening with the Ahmedabad plane that was supposed to fly from Ahmedabad to London, and of course the probe is now underway. We'll get to know what really was the reason. But it was indeed a miraculous escape for this passenger who was seated on seat number 11A. But that does not mean that 11A in any aircraft is going to be a safe seat. That's an important message that needs to be given. I'm completely out of. Thank you very much, Dr. Sonia and Captain A.D. Manek. Thank you very much for joining us here on Times Now.